In this video, we'll be talking about the pattern of verbs. Most verbs in Arabic have a three-letter root. The default pattern for verbs uses the letters fa, ayn, and lam, which give the meaning of to do. The first root letter is called the fa kalima. The second root letter is called the ayn kalima. And the third root letter is called the lam kalima. By learning these patterns, we can substitute the root letters to make new verbs. As mentioned, the letters fa, ayn, and lam give the meaning of to do. But if we change the fa kalima to a noon, the ayn kalima to a sad, and the lam kalima to a ra, we now get the meaning of to help. And if we change them again, so we change the fa kalima to a kha, the ayn kalima to a lam, and the lam kalima to a qaf, we get the meaning of to create. We'll now talk about the things we need to keep in mind when we inflect an active verb, but before that, let's mention what an active verb is. So, an active verb is a verb where the doer is known. For example, in the sentence Zayd helped, we know that Zayd is the doer. He is the one who did the action. The opposite of an active verb is a passive verb. This is a verb where the doer is not known. So for example, in the sentence Zayd was helped, we don't know who did the helping, all we know that whoever they were, they helped Zayd. The first dimension to bear in mind is perspective. You can have third person, second person, and first person. Third person is when you're talking about someone else, i.e. a third person. Second person is when you're talking to somebody, so the second person in the conversation. And the first person is when you're talking about yourself. So that's third person, second person, and first person. The second dimension is gender, and this doesn't always literally mean male or female. All nouns in Arabic have a gender, so for example, the word for pen, qalam, is masculine, and the word for table, tawila, is feminine. The third dimension is number. The doer can be singular, i.e. one, dual, which is two, or plural, which in Arabic is considered to be three or more. Depending on these dimensions, different pronouns will be added to reflect the doer of the verb. So for example, taking the letters fa, ayn, and lam, which again mean to do, if someone wants to say, I did something, which is first person, masculine or feminine depending on who's talking, and singular, I'd say, fa'altu. But if I wanted to say they did something, which is third person, masculine, and plural, I'd say fa'alu. And if I wanted to say you did something, which is second person, feminine, and singular, I'd say fa'alti. And if I wanted to say we did something, which is first person, masculine or feminine again, depending on who's speaking, and plural, we say fa'alna. These are the patterns for these inflections. The root letters can be changed to change the verb. So for example, if we change them to noon, sad, and ra, which give the meaning of to help, if I wanted to say I helped, I'd say nasartu. They helped. Nasaru. You, one female, helped. Nasarti. And we helped. Nasarna. You'll note that the pronouns stay the same, only the root letters change depending on the verb that you intend.